Dude, I heard this. This isn't my story, but I saw a picture from it from my friend. All right. So this is a weird story. This lady, this is in New York City. It's in like a really nice place in Manhattan. Okay. It's like door guy type building, right? So this girl had bought this, she was running a place in Manhattan and she noticed there were like candy wrappers just showing up on her apartment. All right. And first she thought, well, maybe these are guests that I had. They left like candy. Didn't really think too much of it. But then just like more weird trash kept showing up, right?
That would freak me the fuck out.
Well,
dude, if I one day like just came back from going to Starbucks or something and there's just a Reese's cup wrapper.
Yeah.
And like no
candy
let's say I lived alone.
Sure.
Candy I don't eat. I would just move, I think. I think I'd be like, I'm good. I'll just move home.
That's not unfair. Like, you probably should.
There's darkness here now.
Right.
But continue your story.
So she doesn't do that. She thinks like maybe it's someone, maybe it's like, because, you know, I don't know. She just like doesn't worry about it. And then she buys a ring. She buys a ring or like, you know, a security camera. Because eventually she's like, she talks to like, hey, was the super in here or something like that? And they're like, no, we don't know what you're talking about. So she buys a security camera setup, right? So it's one of these newfangled ones. And while she's at work, the security system goes off. It's like basically motion sensor says, hey, there's someone in your apartment, right? And then, so I saw this picture, all right? So she turns on the camera, all right? And there is the superintendent that she knows getting blown by you have a question?
No.
You don't know where this is going.
I wasn't trying to stop you. I was just reacting. I was saying, holy shit, keep going.
Getting blown, and this is like a kind of like nasty Eastern European old school New Yorker guy getting blown like by another old school European, like just New Yorker, like janitor type guy.
Artemis.
So I saw this picture, dude. So it's two dudes, like one's laying on her bed. And then the other one's like off the bed blowing him.
Yeah.
And then there's a girl at the foot of the bed smoking a crack pipe.
Dude, can you imagine how hard those guys came? Like, can you imagine the level of how worked up those dudes must have gotten in that chick? What was she doing there? They were topping each other off. Why was she smoking? Dude, what did this chick do? Oh my god, that's one of those crimes that's like so heinous, like even a lawsuit won't fix it.
No,
you know,
dude.
So it's like,
well, here's the thing:
you have to go kill them.
They have to be hanged. Well, here's the thing, and then she was like, so she's like, get out. Get the fuck out of my apartment. And they like all like run out. So I don't even think he finished, but he was like, he's like, get the fuck out. Get out. So this guy tells me, he's like, dude, she is in a lawsuit with the property company for like, they basically, what they offered her, this is a New York City high-rise apartment. They offered her free rent for 5 years. Okay. And she was like,
same building, like she had to stay in that apartment.
Good question. I don't know.
The European guys were blowing each other.
That's a good question. I don't know. What if
that's how specific they were? Like the judge was like, listen, we'll give you 5 years rent, but you have to stay in that room. And actually, you have to only live in that room.
Yeah.
But we'll give you 5 years rent.
You can't change the sheets.
No.
Well, okay, so basically how it went down was that's what they offered her as like a settlement, and I think she just sued the shit out of him.
Yeah.
She's a New Yorker, you know what I mean? That's what they do. They just like,
man,
like that's an opportunity.
What do you think led up to that, dude? So these guys clearly were both working the same like property company, and they loved each other, and they couldn't.
I'm gonna see if the guy can send me that picture.
I would love to see this picture.
It's disturbing.
Dude,
it's hard to look at.
Why?
Here's the context.
Their love counts. See, that's the thing that people forget. Now everyone's like, love is love. I'm like, love is love. You're right. It is. Which means that we have to respect these two gross dudes who are blowing each other.
but they're doing it in a person's home that they happen to have the keys to and are entrusted with to not suck dick in.
Yeah.
You know, I think when they give you the keys as a superintendent, there's like, hey, this is probably goes without saying, but you can't bring another man in and have him suck your dick while you're.
Listen, I'm trying to be like an open, empathetic dude.
I'm closed-minded to that.
And, you know, you never know when the moment's going to strike. Those guys, like right before that, could have been chilling at their office. It was just them in like the work break room. And they both were eating like each had one half of an egg salad sandwich, and they're just eating, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, eating egg salad sandwiches.
But it wasn't the first time they were eating egg salad sandwiches and then got horny.
This is like they've had a routine.
But yeah, they
started having their lunch breaks together.
Right.
Like they started timing it so that their lunch breaks were together. This is over the course of like 4 years.
And then they brought their friend who's addicted to crack.
And then one day they had this chick named
Teresa.
Yeah, for sure, Teresa, who's just sitting there and she's like, listen, I need somewhere to go smoke this crack. You guys clearly need to suck each other's dicks. Everyone can tell. It's so not a secret. Everyone in the office knows. Let's go to Unit 11. That bitch works she's a WeWork. She's an idiot. Like, let's just go there. She's over there at her fucking company where they
let's party.
Put microchips in dogs or whatever they do. And let's fucking party at this stupid chick's apartment, dude. And they're like, bingo. And then some guy named like Yuri. He's like, let's do it. Give me the keys.
They're both named Yuri.
Both, yeah. The Yuri's blowing each other on this chick's. Jesus Christ. I don't know what I would do there. I don't think a lawsuit. I'd be like, 5 years? Yeah, I think I could. I think therapy could fix that in 5 years. I'm a savage, though. Just change the C's. I'd be like, well, whatever.
5 years. Okay, this is an ultimatum.
It's a lot of rent in New York City.
It is 5 years. And okay.
Why'd you not just take the cash though and get the fuck out? That's why the point you're like, dude, I'm getting out of New York. You know, like you're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like I'll let LA beat me down pretty hard, you know. But if I'm like 34 and like I'm still like in an apartment and I'm like I find out on my Ring camera that my landlord is, you know, scissoring some other landlord on my bed, I'm like, you win, Los Angeles. I'm out. I'll go. This wildness is now in my home. I have to bounce.
Then you getting some sort of cash settlement?
Dude, the point is, it was a joke. The point is that I would bounce. I'd be like, I'm moving out of the city. Fuck this.
I'm staying.
I don't want the rent.
I'm staying. I'll take it.
With different hombres.
Yeah, New York City, dude. 5 years. I'll sublet that bitch, dude. I'll live out in Montana and just like. I'll buy a ranch with my
make it an Airbnb.
My Airbnb money, dude. I won't tell no Airbnb. You don't owe that. There's no Carfax for an Airbnb. I don't got to tell you some two Yuri sucked each other's dick and Jennifer or Teresa did crack on the bed.
Do you think that that's ever going to be a website? Do you think there's ever going to be a way to see like what crimes have been committed at like this property, this apartment?
I think you do have to tell. If you're a real estate agent, you got to be like, yeah, two people were like filleted like fish, right on this kitchen counter. So it's haunted. I think you do.
We pay utilities. We get it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
Listen,
for that reason.
We're going to waive the pad fee.